The quantum sensors aboard the EDS Dominion hummed quietly as Commander Reina Torres stood at the bridge's observation window, her dark eyes fixed on the distant stars. The massive Earth defense ship represented humanity's greatest achievement in space warfare, though they hoped never to use its full capabilities. "Commander, unknown signature detected at bearing 347, announced Lieutenant Raj Patel from his station. His fingers danced across the holographic display as he refined the sensor data. "It's unlike anything in our database." Torres straightened her midnight blue uniform and moved to the tactical station. "Show me." The main view screen flickered to life, displaying a vessel that defied conventional design. Its hull seemed to flow like liquid metal, with organic curves that suggested an entirely different approach to space travel. The ship was smaller than the Dominion but moved with incredible grace. "No weapon signatures detected," reported Security Chief Nathan Wells, his weathered face reflected in the soft glow of his console. "But their energy readings are off the charts. Some kind of technology we've never seen before." Torres touched the command interface, bringing up the ship's full sensor analysis. After the Proxima War 20 years ago, humanity had learned to be cautious. "Launch a drone. Let's get a closer look before we make our presence known." The bridge crew worked in practiced silence as a small reconnaissance drone detached from the Dominion's hull. As it approached the alien vessel, something unexpected happened. The drone's sensors detected a transmission, not directed at the drone, but at the Dominion itself. "They're hailing us," said Communications Officer Yuki Tanaka, surprise evident in her voice. "The signal pattern suggests they've adapted to our communication protocols." Torres took a deep breath. First contact scenarios had been drilled into every Earth Defense Force officer, but the real thing made her pulse quicken. "Open a channel, full spectrum broadcast. Let's show them we're listening." The view screen shifted, and Torres found herself looking at a being that seemed both familiar and utterly alien. The creature had silvery skin that rippled like mercury, with large, intelligent eyes that shifted color like an aurora. Its head was adorned with what appeared to be crystalline formations that pulsed with inner light. "Greetings, vessel of unknown origin," the being spoke, its words translated smoothly by the ship's AI. "I am Navigator Lyra of the Zephyrian ship Starcaller. We come seeking peaceful contact." Torres stepped forward, her posture straight but non-threatening. "I am Commander Reina Torres of the Earth Defense Ship Dominion. We return your peaceful intentions." The crystalline formations on Lyra's head shimmered. "Your vessel, it bears significant defensive capabilities. We are curious about your species." "As we are about yours," Torres replied diplomatically. "Would you be interested in a formal meeting? We can arrange for secure docking procedures." Lyra's eyes shifted to a deep blue. "We would be honored, Commander Torres. However, we detect unusual energy signatures from your ship that concern us. Would you explain their nature?" Torres exchanged glances with her crew. The Zephyrian had detected their quantum arsenal, weapons developed after the Proxima War that could tear apart space itself. "Our ship serves both exploration and defense, Navigator Lyra. Humanity has learned through experience to be prepared." "Experience?" Lyra's tone carried genuine curiosity. "You have encountered others among the stars?" "We have," Torres said carefully, memories of the Proxima War flashing through her mind. "Not all encounters have been peaceful." The crystalline formations on Lyra's head pulsed rapidly. "Then we have something in common, Commander. The galaxy holds many wonders, and many dangers. Perhaps we can learn from each other." As arrangements were made for the Zephyrian delegation to dock with the Dominion, Torres couldn't shake the feeling that this meeting would change the course of human history. She ordered Security Chief Wells to maintain full sensor sweeps of the surrounding space. Experience had taught humanity that opportunities often carried hidden risks. The Starcaller moved with impossible grace as it approached the Dominion's docking bay. Its hull seemed to ripple and adjust, matching the exact specifications needed for a secure seal. Torres watched the proceedings from the bridge, noting how the alien ship's technology seemed to defy their understanding of physics. "All departments, this is the commander," Torres announced ship-wide. "We are about to make history. Remember your first contact protocols, and stay alert. Let's show our guests the best of humanity." As the docking procedure completed, Torres couldn't help but wonder what secrets the Zephyrians held, and what challenges this encounter would bring. The galaxy had taught humanity hard lessons about trust and preparedness, lessons written in the blood of those lost in the Proxima War. Yet here was a chance for something different, something better. The future of two species now hung in the balance, and Reina Torres stood ready to face whatever came next. The diplomatic chamber aboard the Dominion hummed with quiet tension as Navigator Lyra and two other Zephyrian representatives glided into the room. Their silvery forms caught the light in mesmerizing patterns, making them appear almost fluid in motion. Commander Torres stood with her senior staff, Lieutenant Patel at her right, Security Chief Wells maintaining a discreet but watchful position near the door, and Cultural Specialist Dr. Olivia Santos ready to observe and interpret the subtle nuances of alien interaction. "Your vessel is remarkable," Lyra said, her crystalline formations shifting through shades of green and blue. "We detect technologies that both intrigue and concern us." Torres gestured to the conference table, specially designed to accommodate various alien physiologies. "Perhaps we can address those concerns, Navigator. Knowledge shared often leads to understanding." The second Zephyrian, who introduced himself as Scholar Vex, moved with particular interest toward the ship's structural displays. His crystalline formations pulsed with rapid bursts of light. "Your hull composition, it's designed to withstand incredible forces. You've faced significant conflicts." "The Proxima War taught us to be prepared," Torres replied carefully. 20 years ago, humanity learned we weren't alone in the galaxy. The lesson came at a great cost. The third Zephyrian, Security Overseer Nix, remained silent but watchful. Their formations maintained a steady, deep purple hue that Dr. Santos noted with interest. As they settled around the table, holographic displays activated, showing neutral star charts of the surrounding sectors. Lyra's mercury-like eyes fixed on the human delegation. "Tell us of these others you encountered. We have our own histories of conflict among the stars." Torres shared a glance with Dr. Santos before responding. "They came without warning or greeting. The colony on Proxima Centauri was the first to fall. We had no defense against their weaponry, no understanding of their intentions. Millions died in the first week." The crystalline formations on all three Zephyrians pulsed in synchronized patterns that suggested deep emotional response. "And yet you survived," Nick spoke for the first time, their voice carrying harmonics that the translators struggled to fully convey. "Humanity adapted," Torres said. "We developed new technologies, new strategies. The quantum arsenal that concerns you was born from that necessity. When the war ended, we vowed never to be vulnerable again." Scholar Vex moved closer to the holographic display, his liquid metal hand passing through the star charts. "These developments, they're recent. Your species achieved this level of advancement in mere decades." Dr. Santos stepped forward. "Necessity drove innovation. Humanity has always shown remarkable resilience when faced with existential threats." The Zephyrians communicated among themselves in rapid pulses of light that the translators couldn't decode. Finally, Lyra turned back to Torres. "Commander, we must share something of great importance. Your species' rapid advancement has not gone unnoticed in the galaxy. There are concerns." Torres felt her muscles tense. "Concerns? From whom?" "There are ancient species who watch the younger races," Lyra explained. "They monitor technological advancement, especially in warfare. Your quantum weapons, they violate certain unwritten laws of space." Security Chief Wells shifted his position slightly, his hand unconsciously moving closer to his sidearm. The movement didn't go unnoticed by Overseer Nix, whose crystalline formations darkened. Are you suggesting, Torres asked carefully, that humanity's defenses might draw unwanted attention? We suggest, Nix interjected, that your species stands at a crucial junction. The path you choose next could determine your fate among the stars. Before Torres could respond, Lieutenant Patel's communicator chirped urgently. Commander, he said, checking the display, long-range sensors are detecting multiple quantum distortions. Ships are emerging from hyperspace. The diplomatic chamber's atmosphere shifted instantly from tension to alert. Torres turned to the Zephyrian delegation, searching their alien features for any sign of betrayal. Is this the attention you spoke of? Lyra's formations pulsed with what appeared to be genuine alarm. No, Commander. This is something else. Something worse. We recognize these signatures, they belong to the Nexari Dominion. The Nexari? Dr. Santos asked, already accessing her database. Hunters, Nix stated grimly. They seek advanced technologies, strip them from developing civilizations. Your quantum arsenal may have drawn their attention. Torres was already moving toward the bridge, gesturing for the others to follow. Then perhaps it's time to show them why we developed these weapons in the first place. Navigator Lyra, will your people stand with us? The Zephyrian's crystalline formations pulsed with a brilliant white light. Commander Torres, Lyra replied, I believe we're about to forge an alliance in fire. As they rushed to the bridge, Torres couldn't help but think that history had a strange way of repeating itself. Once again, humanity faced a threat from the stars. But this time, they weren't alone. The bridge of the Dominion erupted into controlled chaos as tactical displays lit up with incoming hostile signatures. 3 Nexari vessels emerged from hyperspace, their dark hulls absorbing light like cosmic predators. Reading massive energy signatures, Lieutenant Patel reported, his fingers flying over the controls. Their technology appears to be centuries ahead of ours. Torres stood at the command center, with Navigator Lyra and her delegation positioned nearby. Tell me about these Nexari, she demanded. What are we facing? Lyra's crystalline formations pulsed rapidly as she interfaced with the Dominion's holographic systems, sharing tactical data. The Nexari are scavengers of technology, but far more dangerous than simple pirates. They've stripped entire civilizations of their advancements, leaving them defenseless. Multiple weapon systems powering up on all 3 vessels, Security Chief Wells announced. They're preparing to fire. Shields at maximum, Torres ordered. Power up the quantum defense grid, but do not engage unless fired upon. Open a channel. The main viewscreen flickered to life, revealing a being that sent chills through the human crew. The Nexari commander appeared almost mechanical, with dark crystalline growths covering most of its body. Its eyes glowed with an unnatural red light. Primitive species, the Nexari commander's voice grated through the translators. Your quantum technologies are forbidden to developing races. Surrender your vessels and prepare for collection. Torres stepped forward, her voice steady. This is Commander Torres of the Earth Defense Force. We do not recognize your authority over our technological development. Leave our space immediately. The Nexari commander's laugh sounded like breaking glass. You harbored Zephyrian refugees as well. Their crimes against progress will also be addressed. Lyra's formations turned a deep crimson. Refugees? Torres turned to her alien guests. What aren't you telling me, Navigator? Before Lyra could respond, the first Nexari vessel opened fire. A beam of dark energy lanced toward the Dominion, only to be deflected by its quantum shields. The impact still shook the massive warship. Return fire. Torres ordered. Target their weapon systems only. Show them what humanity's forbidden technology can do. The Dominion's quantum arsenal roared to life. Beams of reality-warping energy struck the lead Nexari vessel, causing localized space-time distortions around its hull. The enemy ship's shields flared but held. Commander, Lyra spoke urgently, there's something you must know. The Zephyrians, we didn't just encounter the Nexari. We were once like them. Torres kept her eyes on the tactical display as she processed this revelation. Explain. Quickly. Our species chose to reject the path of technological domination, Lyra continued. We developed our organic technology instead, trying to live in harmony with space itself. The Nexari saw this as heresy. Another blast rocked the ship. Shields at 60%. Patel shouted. The Nexari hunt us because we prove there's another way, Scholar Vex added. Your quantum technology, it's different. It doesn't break space like theirs. It works with it, like ours does. Torres made a split-second decision. Navigator Lyra, can your ship's organic technology interface with our quantum systems? Theoretically, yes, but no theory. We do this now or we all die. Chief Wells, drop shields on my mark. Lieutenant Patel, prepare to channel all power to the quantum core. The bridge crew stared at their commander in shock, but moved to comply. The Nexari ships were closing in, their weapons charging for another barrage. What you're suggesting is extremely dangerous, Overseer Nix warned. The energy feedback alone could tear both ships apart. Better that than surrender to them, Torres replied. Lyra, get to your ship. Prepare for emergency interface. We're going to show these Nexari what happens when organic and quantum technology work together. As Lyra's delegation rushed to return to the Starcaller, Torres watched the Nexari vessels move into attack formation. The next few minutes would either mark a revolutionary breakthrough in space warfare or the end of both their species. The gamble was massive, but Torres had learned long ago that sometimes the most dangerous move was the only move left. As she watched the Starcaller's organic hull begin to pulse with strange energy, she hoped she hadn't just doomed them all. The void of space lit up with unprecedented energy as the Dominion and Starcaller began their desperate gambit. The organic hull of the Zephyrian vessel seemed to flow like liquid starlight, extending tendrils of living metal toward the human warship. Quantum core at maximum capacity, Lieutenant Patel reported, his voice tense. Energy readings are off the scale. Torres stood firm at her command station. Begin interface sequence. Divert all non-essential power to the quantum stabilizers. The Nexari ships opened fire simultaneously, their dark energy weapons carving paths through space. But at that exact moment, the Starcaller's organic technology merged with the Dominion's quantum systems. A shield of unprecedented power bloomed around both ships, part energy, part living matter. Impossible. The Nexari commander's voice crackled through the comm, their technologies are incompatible. Shields holding at 120%, Wells announced, amazement clear in his voice. The organic interface is actually amplifying our quantum field. Torres allowed herself a small smile. Now it's our turn. Lyra, are you ready? Ready, Commander, the Zephyrian's voice resonated through the newly merged systems. Our ship is yours to command. Target the lead vessel, Torres ordered. Full quantum organic burst, concentrated beam. The merged technologies created something entirely new. A beam of pure white energy, wrapped in strands of living light, lanced out from the joined ships. When it struck the lead Nexari vessel, reality itself seemed to bend. The enemy ship's advanced shields collapsed instantly, and portions of its hull simply ceased to exist. Direct hit. Patel exclaimed. Their primary systems are failing. The remaining Nexari ships broke formation, attempting to regroup. Their confident assault had turned to confusion and fear as they faced a weapon beyond their understanding. Warning, the ship's AI announced. Quantum organic merger is generating unprecedented energy levels. Structural integrity at risk. Torres gripped her console as the deck trembled beneath her feet. Lyra, can we sustain this? Not for long, the navigator replied. But perhaps we don't need to. Look. The lead Nexary ship was retreating, its hull broken and sparking. The other two vessels moved to cover its escape, firing desperately at the merged ships. "They're running," Wells said with satisfaction. "Not yet, they're not," Torres responded. "Target their engines. Let's make sure they can't come back with reinforcements." The combined weapon fired again, this time splitting into multiple streams of quantum organic energy. The beams curved through space like living things, striking the Nexary ship's engine sections with surgical precision. "Enemy engines disabled," Patel reported. "They're dead in space." Torres opened a channel to all ships. "Nexary vessels, this is Commander Torres. Your ships are crippled, your weapons insufficient. Surrender now." The response came in the form of bright flashes as the Nexary crews activated their emergency teleporters, abandoning their vessels. Moments later, the empty ships began to self-destruct, breaking apart in silent explosions. "Cowards," Wells muttered. "No," Lyra's voice corrected. "They're returning to warn the others. This changes everything." Torres nodded. "Disengage quantum organic merger. All hands, damage report." As the two ships separated, their crews exhausted but victorious, Torres knew this battle would echo across the galaxy. Humanity and the Zephyrians had just demonstrated something unprecedented, the successful merger of two completely different technological philosophies. "Commander," Lyra spoke again, her image appearing on the view screen. Her crystalline formations pulsed with brilliant colors. "What we've done here, it will attract attention from forces far more powerful than the Nexary." "Let them come," Torres replied. "We've just proven that cooperation is stronger than domination. Perhaps it's time the galaxy learned that lesson." The aftermath of the battle brought a new reality for both species. In the Dominion's main conference room, Commander Torres sat with Navigator Lyra and their senior staff, surrounded by holographic displays showing the unprecedented data from their merged technologies. The quantum organic interface exceeded all theoretical limits, Lieutenant Patel explained, highlighting sections of the analysis. "It's as if both technologies were meant to work together." Scholar Vex's crystalline formations pulsed with excitement. "Perhaps they were. Your quantum technology manipulates spacetime through harmony, not force. Like our organic tech, it works with the natural laws of the universe. Which makes us both targets," Torres said, studying the tactical projections. "The Nexary will return with a larger fleet. And according to Lyra, they're not the only threat we've attracted." Dr. Santos stepped forward, presenting her cultural analysis. "The galaxy appears to be divided between those who dominate through technological superiority and those who seek advancement through cooperation. We've just proved which path is stronger." The ship's AI interrupted with an urgent alert. Long-range sensors had detected multiple quantum disturbances, ships emerging from hyperspace. But these weren't Nexary vessels. 7 ships, Wells reported. Configuration unknown. Their technology, it's like nothing we've ever seen. The main screen activated, revealing a being of pure energy contained within a crystalline form. Its voice resonated directly in their minds. "I am Observer Zenith of the Cosmic Coalition," it announced. "Your recent battle has drawn our attention. The merger of quantum and organic technologies was thought impossible." Torres stood, facing the screen. "Yet we achieved it. Through cooperation, not conquest." "Indeed." Zenith's energy form shifted colors. "For eons, we have watched younger races choose between paths of domination or harmony. Few discover what you have, that true power lies in unity." Lyra's formations pulsed rapidly. "The Coalition, they're the guardians of balance in the galaxy. The force that even the Nexary fear. We offer you a choice," Zenith continued. "Join the Coalition. Share your discovery with other races who seek advancement through cooperation. Help us maintain balance against those who would dominate through force." Torres looked at Lyra, seeing the same determination in her alien features. "We accept," they said in unison. The next few hours were a blur of activity. Coalition ships took up protective positions around Earth and Zephyria. Technology exchanges began, monitored by coalition observers. But more importantly, a new era of cooperation was born. 1 month later, Torres stood on the Dominion's observation deck with Lyra, watching Earth's first quantum organic shipyard take shape. "The Nexari called our technologies forbidden," Torres mused. They never understood that the true power of advancement lies not in the technology itself, but in how we choose to use it. Lyra's formations shimmered with agreement. "Our peoples were meant to find each other, Commander. Together, we'll show the galaxy a new way forward." As if to emphasize her words, a new ship emerged from the shipyard, the first of its kind, built with both human and Zephyrian technology. Its hull gleamed with the metallic shine of quantum armor, while organic patterns flowed across its surface like living starlight. "The Unity," Torres said, reading the ship's name. "First of the new coalition defense fleet." "And not the last," Lyra added. "The age of separation is over. The future belongs to those who understand that true strength comes from working together." As they watched the Unity take its place among the stars, both leaders knew that while challenges lay ahead, they would face them as one. The day humans and Zephyrians joined forces had changed the galaxy forever, proving that in the vast darkness of space, the brightest light comes not from the power of weapons, but from the strength of unity. The end.